Right, okay, I'm going to start this vlog with a bit of a confession. I forgot to record an intro. I came into the park and said, oh, I'll do it later. I forgot to record an intro. So this is your intro now, it's the evening. I'm waiting for it to go down for the night ride on Helix at the minute, as you will see later on in the vlog. But in the meantime, welcome to the vlog from Liseberg. I would normally at this point say it's going to be a good day or some other cliche. At this point I won't allude to anything, but I'm sure you can guess what kind of day it is. I'm not exactly down in the dumps at the minute. But yeah, trust me, it's a very exhilarating vlog, so stick around. I feel like I'm doing an outro whilst doing an intro. This is bizarre. Hello and welcome to the video. Okay, so it's a bit of a bizarre one for me today. I'm on 94 creds at the minute. Yes, I count. And there's 6 coasters here, and I would quite like Helix to be number 100. So far we've done Balder, Valkyria, and the kids coaster. Balder, I'll bring you my reviews of them now. Balder, I really enjoyed. Really good fun. The drop's good. It's really smooth, obviously being a prefab coaster. Really smooth. Yeah, just all around really good fun. My favourite coaster I've done so far. Then was Valkyria, the dive coaster new for last year, Europe's longest dive coaster. And yeah, being Europe's longest helped it. The common criticism of dive coasters that I particularly have is that they're just so short, and I think pretty much everyone seems to have that. They're so short, they do the drop and then that's it. So yeah, I really enjoyed the fact it carried on for so long, and the coaster itself was really good. Really smooth. The 2 major coasters I've done so far have been really smooth. And yeah, the length to it was really good, although it still was quite short. And I did prefer Balder just because it was a better coaster. The Balder, as I forgot to mention, on every drop, I was on the back row, so every drop had a brilliant whip on it. Later on I want to try it on the front to see if it still has the same whip or if it's more floaty, which I imagine it would be. But yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to do that a bit later on. The park's open till 11 tonight, half 11 I think, so we're good on that front. And then, as I said, very shamefully, we just had a back row ride on, I think it was called Balder? I don't know. I don't even know the name of it. We just had a ride after queuing an hour, no, not an hour, about 50 minutes, for a bloody kids coaster. It was quite similar to Tammy at Portaventura. To be fair, the drop was cool, but the seats really hurt. They had a weird spike in the middle of them that was very unfortunately placed. And they weren't padded whatsoever, so my back absolutely wrecked. And we ended up staying in the station for ages, right? So the first train that came in we couldn't get on because we were behind people who were already in the air gates. The second train we couldn't get on because someone was in a group of 3 that wanted to ride together, and we were like, fair enough, they're kids, we're not going to stop the kids riding before us, would be awful. And then the third time, someone with, I think it was learning difficulties, came onto the road we were at. Yeah, it was a bit awkward loitering in a kids coaster station, but it was good. And now we're ready for Liseberg Barnen, so I'll see you then. I'm stood now by Helix's second launch. We are just about to head to Helix, but before I do, I have since done Liseberg Bahnen, as I said I was going to. I've also done the second of the 2 kids coasters, this one even smaller than the first. It was called something Bahnen as well. Stamp Bahnen maybe? I've established Bahnen means train because Liseberg Bahnen was themed to a train station sort of thing. Yeah, it's really long and not in a bad way. It doesn't drag at all. It keeps its energy going. I imagine we're going to see it pass over that airtime hill very soon, so I'll stop talking when that happens. But yeah, it keeps its power going. It's got lots of helixes. It's pretty forceless, I'd say, as a coaster, but then again, forces aren't what it's trying to achieve. There you go, that was the go. Oh, and here we go, here comes Helix. Right on cue, doing its, I think, one and only true Helix. Because why name a coaster after an element if it only does it once and it's completely obscured? Sure thing. Yeah, as I was saying, Liseberg Bahnen was really good fun. The kids coaster, not really. It's a kids coaster. We got laughed at by the operator for doing it. That was fun. We felt like right tools on it, and we're scared of being put on some kind of register. But you know, Mechanic's up over there as well. Doubt you can see that on this GoPro though. I'm going to stop talking anyway now because I'm excited, because after doing that kids coaster in Bahnen, Liseberg Bahnen that is, or Helix Bahnen, that one should be called Helix because that's the one that does all the bloody helixes. Yeah, after doing them 2 I'm now on 99, so it's time to do it. I'm going to go ride Helix. It's going to be my 100th coaster, and excited is probably an understatement of this. Let's get going. I've just done it then, I've just made 100. It took some very, very awkward kids rides in which we got laughed at by the operator, but I did manage to make Helix my 100th coaster I've ever done, and it was, long story short, very worth being my 100th. It's world class, that. Absolutely brilliant coaster. It's got everything. It's got moments of airtime with them negative G's, it's got inversions, it's really smooth. There it is there. But then it's also got some really intense moments as well. The Helix just before the Helix, just before the second launch is really great, really intense. That's a brilliant moment. All the inversions are good. The initial drop out of the station's actually good as well. Yeah, I don't think there's much I can fault with that. That was world class. I actually do look at the minute. I've just done 2 water rides. I've done Flume Ride and Colorado, the rapid. Alright, Boulder, a bit low. They were both decent. They were nothing spectacular from both of them. Flume Ride had legitimately no theming or anything around it, but then again it's an amusement park, so that's fair enough, I suppose. But yeah, Flume Ride, you got a bit wetter than you did Colorado, but they weren't soakers whatsoever. You didn't really get that wet in Colorado. I got 1 drop on my knee. Might have just been an unlucky ride, but the theming for Colorado was decent, and there was good water effects all around, just not very wet. And as Balder did point out itself, I'm sat right next to it right now because I'm about to go and have my first re-ride of the day on that. Having just done re-ride on that thing, and also Boulder, by the way, I'll come to Boulder in a bit, having just done re-rides on Helix, I did a ride on the front row, and then I loved it so much that I did a second ride straight away on the front row. Yeah, as I was saying, I loved it so much, I went straight away for a second ride on the front row once again. I don't normally say this about coasters, I'm normally a back row kind of guy, but Helix for me is definitely a front row coaster. It's one of them coasters that's 10 times better on the front. You feel the full force of them launches on the front rather than at the back, where you just kind of get a brief pull from it. And yeah, being able to see everything right in front of you is great. The airtime hills are incredible, it's so smooth. At the back there was a bit of a rattle, a tiny bit, but that's just because you're at the back. At the front it is so smooth. I think my 100th coaster may be also my number 1. There's some numbers for you. That beast is incredible. Well, it's not really a beast, is it? It's more of a beauty. It's so smooth and graceful as it moves around. I don't think there's anything negative I can say about it. It is literally the ultimate coaster. It has everything it needs. Inversions, airtime, intense moments, smooth moments. There's very few, if any, criticisms. Maybe theming is the only one. I keep getting interrupted by people who are using the emergency exit out of atmosphere and not the real exit. Just go and use the real exit, then you don't have to interrupt me. Yeah. Oh, and I nearly forgot, I said I'd talk about Boulder. Bloody hell, how could I forget about Boulder as well? Helix is that good. It made me forget about the other world-class coaster in this park, Boulder, the ultimate wooden coaster. Jesus, this place has got 2 absolute worldies of coasters. I did Boulder on the front row as well, and Boulder front or back, it doesn't really matter, both are incredible experiences. It makes me excited for someday in the future when I get to go out and do something like El Toro, because if it's anything like Boulder, which I've heard it is and more, then it's going to be one hell of an experience. Boulder, it's so smooth for a wooden coaster. It is the smoothest woody I've definitely ever been on. It's got the massive drops in it. It's got the brilliant airtime moments, the whips. Even at the front, the whips you get on the drop. Honestly, Boulder's probably the ultimate wooden coaster. Whilst Helix right here is the ultimate coaster, full stop. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a paradise at the minute. After doing them 2 rides on Helix, go back over and do another ride on Boulder, so I might see you then. I just had a bit of Boulder fun, and then I followed it up with a quick hop on Loki. It's the second flat I've been on today. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I went on Atmosphere before. It was cool, the hype was cool over Gothenburg and the views were cool, but it was relatively forceless. Floki was a good ride. That's all it is really, in comparison to that beast over there. That one I can call a beast. I'd say it is obviously nothing by comparison, but yeah, it's cool, it's a bit of good fun, and killed 10 minutes for me. I'm waiting for it to go dark so I can get a night ride on Helix to finish up the day. Right, okay, so the plan for a Helix night ride didn't quite go to plan, because despite telling us the ride shuts everywhere, it says on the app, everything, the ride shuts at 11, they don't mean the queue line here, they genuinely mean the ride shuts at 11. They closed the queue line 40 minutes bloody early. We got there at 20 past 10, thinking, yeah, we'll definitely get on because it's meant to close in 40 minutes, and no. So it's left a bit of a sour taste, but instead we made up for it by getting another ride on the Wooden Beast Balder. It's an incredible coaster, that one, and a great way to finish off the night. A night ride on that. The lights on it look beautiful at night. Yeah, really, really good woody. Definitely up there high. I really rate that ride. And as a whole, I really rate this park. It's got some great coasters here, namely Helix and Boulder, which is basically all I've been going on about. Some great flats. I didn't go on most of them, just because we wanted to spend our time doing the coasters, and I wanted to spend my time on Helix and Balder mainly. But I did do Loki, and as I said, Atmosphere. And yeah, the flat ride selection here is great. The water rides, alright. And then the general atmosphere of the park, amusement park, so there's no major theming. This is probably the main themed area, this whole Viking area. But yeah, the whole atmosphere of the park, it's kind of like a vintage style, but done really well. The whole place is really clean. The staff are all really lovely, having a laugh everywhere. When you tell about the staff, alright, Balder. The staff were really nice as well. It's just been a really nice day out. The only kind of sour taste is that Liseberg's queue shut about half hour, 40 minutes early. But you know, it meant we got a ride on Balder, and Balder is almost just as good as Helix and does look really great. All lit up with the lights, almost, probably I'd say better actually looking at night than Helix. So it's cool beans anyway. Yeah, as I was saying, overall really great park. Recommend you come out to it. Just watch for them queues. And yeah, that probably does just wrap me up anyway. It's probably getting a bit dark. I don't even know if you can see me at the minute. There's not really any lights on me. I've not picked the best place. I might have just been mumbling into darkness, but you can probably at least hear me, which is a good thing. Yeah, as I was saying, that does just about wrap me up here from Liseberg. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you like the video. Comment whatever you want, I suppose. And until next time, thanks for watching.